What's up, my people? Welcome back to Vertical Football. Welcome back to another episode. All 5 things we learned: Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 2. Guys, a lot of talking points, really. I think I'm not surprised about the results. I think when I saw the first half, I already knew that, I knew that we were going to see a kind of result like this. So, guys, let's jump right into it because we have a lot of things to discuss. First point is, in football, you have to deserve everything you get. And whenever it comes to a point where you are getting things you don't deserve, be very, very careful. So United, I know we had 3 games on the bounce. We worked hard in those games. We were smart in those games. And then maybe because of the good feeling, we became a victim of what, in my opinion, is the most famous word from Sir Alex Ferguson during his years at Manchester United. And that word is complacency. Oh, we're Nottingham Forest. We don't need to run as much as we need to run. We don't need to, we don't need to fight for the ball as we were fighting for the ball in those other matches. Because one thing, we are going to be Nottingham Forest. Because one thing, we are going to be second after we win this game. You are thinking about many things, but actually forgetting the main thing you should focus on, which is the Nottingham Forest game. And I think United fans can learn a lesson. The players can learn a lesson. The manager can learn a lesson. In football, control what you can control. And what you can control is that game. And I felt United were thinking about many other things and they were not thinking about that game. When you look at the body language in the first half. And one thing about football is, football will give you sometimes what you don't deserve. And you need to be smart to understand that when football is giving you what you don't deserve, it's a time for you to be awake. That goal in the first half of Casemiro was something that was just like, it was just out of the flow of the game and we got that goal. And when that goal entered, I was like, I hope these guys come out in the second half and they are wise enough to understand that you have to deserve everything you get. That is a quote we should always remember. You must deserve everything you get in the world of football. And they came back and they did not, they did not show up. And Nottingham Forest have been having a lot of chances in the first half, kept getting the belief that we keep getting chances. The goal will come, and 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and you can see what happened. I think these are the kind of games that a serious manager will be happy his team drew this match, because these are the kind of games you need to pin up in the dressing room to remind them. This is what you get when you are complacent. United did not draw this match because of quality. It wasn't a question of quality. United did not draw this game because of tactics. United did not draw this game because maybe our players were not good enough. United drew this game because our players were complacent, thinking about many other things and not showing up. The body language was terrible. You just knew, they just felt the win will come. We don't have to do what we need to do. And I'm happy. I felt this kind of game, you don't even want a draw. You want to lose. So that they don't think, they don't think you can get away with it. I think it was terrible, really. I think there's no player in today's game that you can look at and say the player showed up. Everybody was complacent, from the keeper to the striker. Sesko was funny. Juan was funny. Mbeumo was funny. And it was now until when it now became 2-1, but they now got themselves back. Complacency. Sir Alex Ferguson will always say it. Don't be complacent. United were complacent today. And I'm happy. Funny enough, I'm happy that this has happened today, and the manager, who was also complacent, to have already understood the trend it was going to and hammer on them, should use this result in the dressing room, pin it to the dressing room, and use that as a point of reminder to the players. In this game, never get complacent. When you lose, be a monk. When you win, be a monk. You don't lose in football and you become a monk. And when you win, you become a prince. Be a monk when you lose. Be a monk when you win. If you really want to be a big team, if you really want to win trophies, you don't let wins that you have had think that because I've won some games in the past, those games will somehow have a factor to play in the games I'm going to play next. Every game is an individual moment. And I think they should learn their lesson today. Everybody was terrible in this game today. Everybody, the manager for not arresting that situation when it was ongoing in the halftime, the players for being so complacent. I saw You know, how many balls that Lamens was playing out of play. I saw the way Shaw looked so docile. I saw the way even Delete this match was docile. I saw the way Yoro was so laissez-faire. I saw the way Amad was losing chances in the first half and just, we're going to win. We don't need to worry ourselves. I saw the way Diallo was just anyhow. I saw the way Bruno was matching the ball, killing tempo intentionally when you should be pushing. Right? I saw the way Mbeumo, funny enough, Mbeumo, I feel this game was Mbeumo's worst game in the United colours. Complacency. Kuma was just out. Sometimes it looks as if his mind leaves his body for a brief moment. Sesko looked as if he didn't sleep overnight. And every boy was always a second late or 2 seconds late. And I think you get what you get when you are complacent. This is what you get. And you can never be a big team. You can never win trophies consistently when you think you can be complacent. So they have to wake up. The quality is there because they almost won the game. It's not a question of quality. It's not a question of tactics. It's just that they thought they had won the game even before they played the game. They started thinking about the fact that they could be second or they could be whatever, when you should actually focus on the match and win the match first. Terrible. So guys, a lot of talking points. But let's do some tactical discussions. I felt in the first half, our attacking transitions wasn't there at all. Even though we had a lot of good, nice break-up play in terms of interceptions. And funny enough, Nottingham Forest had a lot of good attacking transitions in that first half, and the attacking transitions were too much. I was angry the first half because I was like, what is going on? Why are these people having too many attacking transitions against us? We are having the break-up play, but we're not having any attacking transitions. They are having break-up play, and they're having so many. But because when we break up, instead of us to push forward, somebody decides to match the ball. Even though I know the game plan was to try and beat Nottingham Forest, cluster with short passes in between. But the fact is, the short passes didn't really even work because the players were not awake. 1, 2, 3. Before you make the 4th pass, somebody has been dispossessed because the person is not awake mentally. So guys, another talking point, there was no rhythm in the game. I think throughout the game, there was no rhythm. You go all see there was no rhythm because the guys were not mentally sharp. I had a lot of talking points, but I just feel the main point is complacency. When you are complacent, really, you can't talk about tactics when you're complacent. You can't talk about, the manager or when this is just complacency. This is just complacency. I want to praise Nottingham Forest. Really, because I said it that one of the things that I really like about Sean Dyche is the team plays with passion and desire. Yes, 1 point to them today, which I think was very, very deserved. But they had that desire, that passion, and they even came with a different approach. And the approach was, let's come out, let's be ahead of United, either with 1 goal or 2 goals, and then let's go and defend. And I think that's what they did. And I think it was funny enough that United got that lead, and we did not capitalize on that lead. There was no even intention for us to even score more. It was not like, oh, we've gotten 1. I think we have to wake up. We can't go far like this. If mentally we're not just there, too relaxed, we have become kings and princes because we have won 3 games in a row. Everybody just feels we will win the next game. Guys, you have to deserve everything in football. If that's a lesson we should get finally, you have to deserve everything in this game. And the moment you get things you don't deserve in this game, be very careful. Your downfall is near. And I felt at that first half, when we got that goal that, in my opinion, we did not deserve because of the way we played in that first half, I felt the manager should have arrested that complacency. So Alex Ferguson will always say it, as I said earlier, never ever get complacent, and we're complacent today. So guys, these are my opinions. I don't think I want to go much into the tactical aspect of things, because what more can you say tactically when the players were complacent? But guys, I think these are the things I feel I should say about what we learned from this game. I think the manager has to make use of these results to remind the players that do not get complacent again. So guys, these are my opinions on the game. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section. What did you see in the game? Let's discuss that in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget to share. Until I see you next time. Bye.